You were more naive than I thought.
What have I done to you now?
To me, nothing. Not yet. To yourself, you can't even begin to imagine the number of mages that have walked down the path you're now on.
My clan didn't believe in me. If you don't believe in me either, I won't mind.
Have you located any Canary?
Hey guys, this is KitKat Patty. Welcome here back from another episode of Dragon Age 2 Let's Play.
More, bring them to me.
So, in this episode, we are going back to Bartrand's old house. And it looks like they're trying to play up a little
Is that music?
horror game going on here.
I don't hear anything.
Where everything's so quiet,
Something in this
bookshelves
house
are
is
moving,
restless.
books are suddenly flying, and so are vases.
I guess the buyer wasn't kidding.
It's not supposed to do that, is it?
Where is that voice coming from?
What voice?
I can barely hear it. I wish I could make out the words.
Not going to happen. Hello? I just said ghost. Would you stop that, please?
We're getting... Look at this. My brother's junk was left here. You wouldn't know it, but Bartrand was a sentimentalist. This came from our estate in Orzammar. When I was 7, I knocked over one of Mother's plates and broke it. My brother yelled at me for an hour.
This was made by the artisans of House Saldras. The clay was from the Adro-Setuna River, which never sees the sun. Arr!
He was that upset over a dish.
I don't think it was a dish to Bartrand. That stupid plate was the whole city of Orzammar to him.
Powerful magic, or many thousands of deaths must have happened here.
This isn't being caused by some random
So, in the
artifact.
previous
The
episode,
idol's still in the house,
Hawk
It has to
and
be.
the company
Can't do that.
Hawk and company promised protection to Huon's wife because she's deathly afraid of her husband who has changed in 10 years. Oh god, flying books.
Whatever is here is angry.
And despite Hawk telling her that she promises to keep her safe, she gets put in a trance,
dear.
and then she gets stabbed by Huon. And then Huon commits blood magic, and then awful things happen, and I cannot be convinced that nothing, like anything good comes from blood magic in Kirkwall.
All set. Are you real? You've got to get out of here before it comes back.
Where's the idol?
What idol?
Don't waste my time with your lies. Tell me where it is.
Take it easy, Varric. She's telling us what she can.
She's hiding something, Hawk. Don't lie to me. I know it's here. You must have found it.
I swear, I don't know anything about an idol. Please. Maker, no! It's starting again!
Uh-oh.
So I mean, the whole thing with Emile de Lancey, I can kind of get behind. I mean, he's the example of someone who is misunderstood, but is an idiot. Colossal idiot. But would be someone who could earn your sympathy as someone who's never seen society and figure out how to operate in it. With Huon, on the other hand, he's pretty much supposed to be the example of a blood mage gone wild and why Meredith is right and Orsino is wrong. But of course, never mind all that while I take a nice leisurely break from doing Meredith's chores and do what is essentially Varric's side quest to figure out why the house is haunted.
This is a piece of the idol. No, I should have known Bartrand would lie to me. Of course he'd keep a piece of the statue for himself. Think of what we could do with this.
I don't know about you, Varric, but I don't want to end up like Bartrand.
I'm not my brother, Hawk. The idol drove him crazy, but this is just one tiny piece. I need this thing. 6 years of my life have gone into this. My only hope of finding out what happened to my brother is with this shard.
That's not really a good
Very
idea.
well. Just be careful with it.
I knew you'd understand, Hawk. Let's get out of here. I've seen enough of this damnable house to last 3 lifetimes.
Did you want buttons? Shell buttons, was it? Your master must have been a terrible man to make you hate mages so.
He was. Now he's dead.
We're not all like him.
How often I hear that, yet how often I find it's not true.
The Keepers are different. They exist to preserve the old ways and to protect our people.
And none of them would ever fall prey to a demon, or perform blood magic.
It's impossible to talk to you.
That never gets old. Fenrir's starting shit with everyone.
Let me guess. That's your final answer?
3 mages have fled to Ferelden, and you have intervened to protect them, as if it is your right to do so. What other answer did you expect, your majesty?
A maybe might have been nice.
I do not deal in maybes. I deal in cold, hard facts. As should you. Perhaps when Ferelden next chooses a king, it will be one that takes his duty to the Maker seriously.
Well, that was awkward.
Yay!
That's just Meredith's idea of Kirkwall hospitality.
Really? Kirkwall brutality must rip the skin off your face, then.
This is the champion of Kirkwall.
Right, I'm Alistair. King of Ferelden. And this is Tegan, my uncle. Sort of.
I'm actually Tegan. I'm only sort of his uncle.
I was hoping we could talk. Would have been better timing before being emasculated by Meredith, but I'm not picky.
I'm surprised you would even know who I am.
I know you came here from Lothering, a Ferelden refugee that did well for herself, against all odds. I have to admit, I was hoping your influence in Kirkwall might be of use. Things haven't been going well with Orlais. Without a Viscount here, however, there's only the Knight Commander to deal with.
You were having an argument about mages.
Yes, well, apparently I don't feel the same way about mages as the Chantry does. So, we're in disagreement. That means they get nasty. They're like that.
Sounds like the Circle is better off in Ferelden.
You'd think so, wouldn't you? Sadly, I don't control the Circle. I can only deal with mages outside the Circle, of which there aren't many.
Aren't they in your kingdom? Why not just kick the Templars out?
Ha! Easier said than done.
I'm sure there's something you can do.
Perhaps some things are better left alone.
We'll see what comes of it. Ferelden had a blight to contend with, remember? We're not exactly at our strongest.
A lot of your people fled to Kirkwall, you know.
I know. I wish I could have helped them. Their blight devastated the kingdom, and afterwards, well, it hasn't exactly been peaceful. They're welcome back, of course, as are you. But after so many years away, would you still consider it home?
Ferelden will always be my home.
I hope we see you back there someday. We could use someone like you, champion.
Is there to be a war, then?
I hope not.
You're more optimistic than I am.
Empress Celine is doing her best. Olay isn't the most stable place right now.
What's happening in Olay?
Oh, the usual. Attempted assassinations, uprising, fancy parties with stinky cheeses. Apparently, some Orlesians think it would be grand to get their lost province back.
Well, we won't let them swoop down on us, will we?
That's right. Swooping is bad.
You know, with your help, there could be a Viscount.
It's not a terrible idea, really. A lot of people would benefit from Hawk running this town.
That's asking a lot.
It's tempting, but I'm sorry to say that my support won't mean much without the support of the Templars. I suppose it doesn't matter. I was hoping to have your help before Meredith got wind of my arrival, but that's done now. What you can do is protect Kirkwall. It will take someone like you to keep it from falling apart.
Protect Kirkwall from what exactly?
You ask me, the biggest threat to this city just walked out the door. But maybe that's the ex-Templar in me talking. Well, I suppose I should get back to the old ball and chain.
You know the Queen hates it when you call her that.
No, she doesn't. Just because she killed an archdemon, she doesn't scare me.
You keep telling yourself that, Your Majesty.
King Alistair. Actually, he was actually the love interest of my warden in Dragon Age Origins, and I pretty much planned it so then he and my warden can get married and live happily ever after. And it would only work when my warden was a human noble. Go figure.
You have no Viscount. It's clear you're suffering without sufficient leadership.
That doesn't grant default authority to you or your commander.
It would be easier if you cooperated.
Wouldn't it?
Guard, Captain.
Trouble?
Yes. He's been hounding me. These Templars strut around as it is, but now it's just out of hand.
Knight Captain Cullen has heard some troubling things.
Such as?
That you coddle the men. Give special treatment.
Someone has dared. Who? Who accuses me of this?
No names given, of course.
No wonder the Lieutenant was harassing me. Bastards. If they think I'm coddling anyone, it'll be my husband, Donnic. You and I will intercept his patrol tonight. Then you can see for yourself if I'm coddling him, or any in my command.
I don't have to see proof. I already believe you.
Of course you do. But nobody questions my leadership without a response. Cullen wants to know if these things are true. You'll be able to tell him. Donnic's patrol, Hawk. Me and you, tonight. Accuse me of being soft. Not in this lifetime.
Hello again, champion.
And with that in mind, this is gonna be the end of the episode. So until then, see you guys later.